We have the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders here at our attendance center at Triad Middle School, the old high school. One of the things that we're really struggling with is our cafeteria. Just the amount of space and being able to provide for adequate seating for nearly 900 students with the potential for increasing enrollment continuing into the future. I know we have an extremely large kindergarten class in the Triad district, and at some point we'll be well over 900 students here at the middle school, and we just don't have the facilities capacity to handle that type of student population. As it stands right now, we have students in the cafeteria from 10:25 in the morning for an early shift of breakfast all the way until 1:25. So we do have some 6th graders that are eating their lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, finishing up at 1:25 and going back for just one class before our 2:20 dismissal. So it's just not an ideal situation. We've made the best of a difficult situation for several years and are planned to continue to do so if we have to, but it would be great to be able to expand our existing facilities in order to safely house the additional population of students.
Looks like we got a few open seats today. We got some kids that are sick, but you can see it's a pretty it's a busy place.
I know the sign on the door says something in the neighborhood of 190, but to be perfectly honest, it's really tough when we have 150 students, middle school age students, in the existing cafeteria. We try to break our lunch periods down to where 6th, 7th, and 8th graders eat separately. The best way for us to do that is 2 6th grade lunches, 2 7th grade lunches, and 2 8th grade lunches. And with having under 300 students at each grade level, so far we've been able to squeeze 135 to 145 students in the cafeteria at a time. But we're looking forward to the day when possibly we can expand our cafeteria and maybe do some things with our master schedule to where students don't have to eat lunch as early as 10:20 in the morning or as late as 1 or 1:20 in the afternoon. I don't know if it's realistic to go from 6 lunch periods of close to 150 students each down to just 3 lunch periods. From a master scheduling standpoint, it would be really easy on paper to put down a 6th grade lunch, a 7th grade lunch, and an 8th grade lunch and just have 3 lunch periods. But with the size and not knowing what funds might be available for an expansion to our cafeteria, I think a realistic goal for us would be to get it down to 4 lunch periods. If we could reduce the number of lunch periods from 6 to 4, we could essentially have that space in use for 2 hours a day rather than 3 hours a day, which would improve our lunch times and some of the other issues that we see in regards to just students that need to be in the cafeteria eating at certain times of the day, which we don't feel like is best for the learning environment.